All right, guys, so we've been discussing utility patents. We've discussed the 20-year term that utility patents generally have, and today we're going to be discussing patent families. So what I mean by patent family, that's not when a mommy patent and a daddy patent really love each other and they make a child patent. A patent family is basically a collection of different patent applications and claims thereof that share the same priority date. And that's really important because the earlier priority date that you get, the less likely that prior art occurring after that priority date can be cited against you, right? So here, this parent application is filed on day one. It gets issued after 4 years of prosecution. It's enforceable for the remaining, term here of the 20 years. After that, it ceases to be enforceable. The continuation here, it gets the same priority date as the parent, right? If you claim priority to a parent or an upstream continuation, you get that same priority date. So that's really nice because, again, later prior art can't be cited against your application. The caveat to filing continuations is that you have to have co-pendingness, right? So you have to file a continuation before the upstream application that you are claiming priority to ceases to exist. So here, if we wait until after the parent is issued, you can't file for that continuation one. You have to file an application and you get a later priority date, which is no good. And it's technically outside the patent family, so it's outside the purview of this video, but that's how that works. So then, you can file as many continuations as you want. Here you have this Con 1 after a few years, at year 8 relative to the filing date of the parent, Con 1 is issued. And then, before Con 1 gets issued, you can file a Con 2, and this can keep on going. Now, an important thing to note here is that you don't have to get an issued upstream patent to file a continuation. You just have to have co-pendingness. So here you file this Con 2 after Con 1. It's good, but you actually don't get a patent, right? This Con 2 goes abandoned. But as long as you file Con 3 and Con 4 before Con 2 goes abandoned, you're still good. You maintain that priority, that chain of priority. And another thing I want to point out here is that you could have two co-pending continuations. You can have two co-pending applications at any given time. They might not be examined at the same time, but you can have two co-pending. So that's how that works. Again, these are all going to end at around the same period. So even though you filed these later, you have a much shorter term relative to your parent, right? And this is important because even in the most mundane inventions, companies want to have disparate coverage, right? So Walmart here has a shopping cart. As you can tell, there's a ton of applications, right? Like each of these US things right here, this is from Google Patents, this represents an independent continuation, right? So they filed like 20 or 30 different patent